Welcome into this week's edition of the Weekly Warrior Preview. I'm Jerry Young, along with... You're not Donette.
I'm not?
No. You're Jon Lunceford.
I am.
Donette's out there playing golf or doing something with her work, so here we are. Look who we brought in. Hey, we're going to talk to Coach Mark Freeman. We're going to have Coach Shawn of the wrestling coach on this show as well. Let's see, what else we got, John? We've got a look at region play, where we stand. You've got some brackets.
Wow.
That's right. Yeah. So we'll get to all that. First of all, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on the Weekly Warrior Preview.
Hey Warrior Nation, it's Kim Scherer with Keller Williams Metro South and Kim Scherer & Company, and I'm here with my amazing team of real estate agents who are ready to serve you in the Alabaster area. I've been a part of the Warrior Nation since the 1970s, graduated in 93. My husband graduated in 91. I'm taking it back old school with the Letterman's jacket, but we're excited to serve you in this community with any real estate needs you have, and we just want to say, go Warriors!
Looking for amazing family dentistry in Alabaster? Doctors Albritton and Artavino strive to stay up to date on the latest techniques in dentistry and materials to help provide the best treatment available. From cleanings to same-day crowns and even whitening, Albritton and Artavino Family Dentistry is here to serve all your dental needs.
Do you have big dreams for your holiday lighting this year? Decorating the exterior of your home can result in lots of work and frustration. But with Outdoor Lighting Perspectives, you don't have to lift a finger. We are a full-service outdoor lighting company that designs, installs, removes, and even stores your holiday lights for you. To welcome your guests with holiday cheer this season, contact us for your complimentary design consultation today.
Welcome back in, everyone. Jon Lunceford joins me now. John, we call the Hewitt-Trussville game. Close score, 14-12. Another bright moment, though, for A.J. Green in the backfield. He ran up like 175 yards in this game.
Yeah, he's been playing phenomenal so far this season. Really, the Chelsea game kind of started, and ever since then, he's been playing phenomenal. And you have to give, as an offensive lineman, I have to give a ton of credit to that offensive line as well. They've been playing really good this season, giving Zach time to throw when it comes to a passing play, and then, of course, opening holes for A.J. and Michael Dujon as well. It's just been phenomenal watching that number one, and the number one on the other side of the ball as well.
That's right. Well, you're right. Anquan Fagans with a big interception to seal the deal there late in the game. And I had forgotten, you used to college, you can intercept it, run it back, get 2 points. I forgot in high school you can't do that. Of course, he would have had 2 points. Nobody would have ever caught him. All right, this week we play on Thursday night, folks. Moved it up a night. Everything's going to be the same as Friday night. We'll still have the Lowe's Tailgate Show going on out in the Tailgate Plaza at 6 o'clock. Then John and I will be live on the Warrior Nation Network at 6:40. But Oak Mountain is having an off year. Let's just say it like it is. They're having an off year, but they can always be dangerous.
They can. I mean, this is a team that from any given year can go from the second seed to not even making the playoffs. Right now, they're not going to make the playoffs the way things are going. I mean, they still can have a chance to turn things around with 3 weeks left in region play, but you got Thompson, you got Hoover, shocker, that's the two teams fighting for the region. Then you got Hewitt. And then it's really Vestavia and Tuscaloosa County, two teams that you would not have mentioned. You would have just gone ahead and written in Oak Mountain. And, look, I know Tyler Crane, that he lost his quarterback, a quarterback who was a starter for so many years there. He's wanting to, now find a new identity for that team. Just hasn't quite found it yet. And, losing some non-region games to 6A opponents as well. So I know it's been a struggle. But I say this with every team that comes in and plays Thompson, especially after a couple of close games like we saw with Hewitt and Clay. Now, two of the better teams in the state, but you see those close games and think, oh, maybe they're vulnerable. Maybe there's a chance we can go in there and pull off the craziest upset, and then all of a sudden you're right back in the conversation again.
Absolutely. So don't take Oak Mountain or any team from here on. We got Oak Mountain, and then, of course, you mentioned Tuscaloosa County. That'll be the next week. So we're in the heart of region play right now. Well, a great thing on the show this week, we got two head coaches. We got Coach Shawn, the wrestling coach. We got Coach Freeman, football coach. We'll get into those interviews when we come back here on the Weekly Warrior Preview. Mainline Heating and Air Conditioning has been providing quality products since 1989. They love giving back to the community, and they service all of the greater Birmingham area. Call them today or go to mainlineheating.com.
Serenity Salon and Spa in Helena offers hair services for men and women, facials, makeup application, and waxing. Book an appointment at serenity-salonandspa.com or call 205-624-2030. Visit them at 123 8th Place in Helena.
Welcome back into the Weekly Warrior Preview, everyone. Now I'm joined by Coach Shawn, the wrestling coach at Thompson High School. And, Coach, what a run it's been. You do such a great job, and you got a lot of great guys that just love to wrestle, don't you?
Oh, yes. We got a good staff that works hard.
All right. Let's talk about schedule. I know practice starts pretty soon, right?
Right. With the middle school, we start the 17th, and then with the high school, we start 24th.
24th, okay. And that's practice. That's not matches, right?
No, the matches start in early November.
Early November, okay. A lot of people have never seen the practice gym for wrestling, and it's just jaw-dropping, really, because we don't actually have contests in that gym. It's just practice, right?
Right.
The whole floor, folks, has got mats on it. His office is in there. I assume there's locker rooms somewhere that I've never seen.
Yeah, they're in the back.
Okay. Just to have a practice, it shows why we're state champions because of this guy and also because of facility. But you got to be real proud of where we get to practice.
Yes. When we started the program, we practiced in the lunchroom for a couple years, and then we got to practice off campus. And then when we built the new high school, it just finally came in, and we have an awesome facility.
We did. So do you have most of our matches, or is it in the main arena, or we're in the second gym? In the other gym that they're building, will we utilize that too?
Hopefully the plan is to use the new one when it gets opened, and create a smaller environment, and so everybody's kind of got to be on top of each other, so and take out the lights and have a spotlight in there, and it'd be nice.
Okay, so any idea when that gym's going to be available? I hadn't asked. So.
I just kind of let it go, and when it's opened, it's open.
It's open. That's right. All right, I want to ask you a couple of questions. One is, there was a movie filmed about wrestling in our arena with your guys at the end of the year, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. One of our seniors that last year, James Latona, he got the the lead role as the bad guy in the movie, so it was pretty exciting, and cameras and
Did he make a good bad guy?
He did. He did a very good job.
So that's something I could never do. I always had to play the good guy. I just don't have it in me to be mean. Isn't that right, guys? Okay. All right, I want to ask you a couple of other things. One is, now we talked about the girls, and now it's sanctioned. The HSAA has sanctioned girls wrestling, which means all the controversy of a girl wrestling a boy and all that's over with now.
Yep, they have their own division, and we'll actually host the state tournament again, and then all the way up to the finals, and then the finals will be during the dual state championship at the Birmingham Crossplex this year.
Okay, so would they have kind of like in basketball where the girls play and then the boys? When we have tournaments, you have girls and then the boys, correct?
Well, it'll be at the same time.
Same time,
just on a different mat.
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's talk about the mattress sale. I know, is that coming up, right?
It's coming up.
All right, and we've all seen the guys on the side of the road. Some of them become creative. I've seen the mattress costume that somebody wears in ways. They'll have a mattress out there moving it, but proceeds, and how do they buy a mattress, and how do you get the proceeds?
So all it is this company comes in, and on October 22nd.
Okay, October 22nd.
They come in and they just turn our gym into a mattress show showroom or whatever.
Okay.
And they come through and they have like, I don't know, about 30 different mattresses and all shapes and adjustable beds and all this other stuff.
Okay.
They have those gel pillows and all, all
good.
kinds of stuff. I mean, we've bought one at least each. We have 5 mattresses in our house and they all came from that sale. So,
How about that?
I mean, it's pretty good stuff.
So it's obviously a fundraiser for the wrestling.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we encourage people to come out. That's at one day only?
One day only.
October 22nd.
At the high school.
At the high school, and that's a Saturday if my mind's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Actually, that's the Saturday after the volleyball state tournament at the Crossplex. So you remember it that way when you hear about the volleyball state tournament. It's that weekend, that's following Saturday. Operation Christmas Child and the shoe boxes has been ongoing for a long time.
Right.
I love participating in that, donating to it. Tell people what you need, when is it going to start, and how can they help?
Well, it's going on right now, and what we do is our church is big, First Baptist Pelham. And all the local churches kind of do it, but they collect stuff for kids in need, and they ship it overseas in these shoe boxes. And we've been doing it for I don't know how long.
Yeah, as long as I can remember.
Yeah, but Billy Graham's son started the program, and whenever we get our new shoes in for the team that year, I just tell them, hey, go home and stuff it full of stuff. There's a list of everything, and then we take it to one of the local churches, and they ship them off.
And they distribute it from there.
Yes,
so
sir.
basically, we just do that to collect. We're just a collection.
Yeah. So we're just trying to get the kids to think of them more than themselves and think about what other people don't have, and
So where can they get the list of what they need to put in the shoebox?
just go to operationchristmaschchild.com, I think.
Okay.
Or just search it on Google, and it'll pop right up.
And so the list is there of what's needed. You put it in the shoebox and bring it where?
We're collecting them at the high school,
At the high
we
school.
just stack them up against the wall. And usually, the first couple of years we had about 70, and then now we're at usually we're around 100. But one year we hit 130, and that was pretty.
So people
pretty good.
can actually just come in the front of the school there and say, with their shoebox,
just
say,
take it
give
to the
that-
wrestling team.
Right.
Yes.
Give it to the rest of the team. Coach Shawn, thanks for joining us.
Hey, I'm here.
And thank you for what you do at Thompson. It's always great. Everywhere I go in the state, I hold my shoulders back just a little bit extra, because when it comes to wrestling and, of course, football here lately, but all through the years it's been wrestling. It's just proud to be from Thompson. So thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll be right back here on the Weekly Warrior Preview. Shelby Fence Company is a local family-owned business serving Shelby County and surrounding areas since 1989. You can count on our team of highly experienced installers to give you quality products, expert installation, and friendly customer service. For your next fence project, remember Shelby Fence Company in Alabaster.
For quality pest control service from an experienced and reliable company, Mr. Bugs offers residential and commercial pest and termite control service. Mr. Bugs Pest Patrol, 205-663-1919.
Brooklier Pharmacy on Highway 119 is a full-service pharmacy that provides top-quality products and hometown service at competitive prices. The Brooklier family has been in business for more than 50 years and is proud to be a part of Alabaster.
Welcome back in, everyone. Well, one of the great things about having John here is every year John does bracketology for high school. John, let's just talk 7A, where you think everybody stands. Just let everybody know.
Yeah, well, we'll start with Region 3 since obviously that's what everybody's curious about. Shocker. I have Thompson 1 and Hoover 2. That's going to be the top 2 teams, barring some crazy upset in the next couple of weeks until they face each other at Thompson this year instead of having to go to the Hoover Met like we did twice last year. But, outside of that, Hewitt-Trussville is the 3rd team. Once again, not really a shock. They had to get past Hoover, close game, had to get past Thompson, another close game. Couldn't quite get that done. So as long as they don't, fall along the way, they have Vestavia. So that's a pretty important game there. And then I have Vestavia, Tuscaloosa County as those 2 teams in that 4th spot. And I know Oak Mountain's been that team that's been there, and we'll see what they look like this week. But I think it's going to be Vestavia ultimately. But Tuscaloosa County right now technically has the 3rd best record behind Thompson and Hoover. So technically they're the 3rd seed, but we just know how that typically works out for a team like Hewitt-Trussville.
That's right. And we've talked about Tuscaloosa County being ranked in the top 10. How long has it been since that's happened?
It's been a while.
But they're good. We knew Adam Weingarten was going to make a difference down there, and he is already. What about other parts of 7A or wherever?
Yeah, so, I know a lot of people like to see, well, who are we playing? And, especially if you're having to travel, where do you have to travel to? Well, Thompson and Hoover, those teams are in Region 3, so that means they face Region 4, which is the Huntsville region. As of right now, the way it's kind of sort of playing out, seems like a team like Bob Jones would be the first team that Thompson would have to play in the playoffs should they win the region. Should they end up second, it'd be a team like Huntsville. Those are the 2 teams that are kind of fighting there at the bottom. James Clemens also fighting for a spot. They've kind of fallen off their coach at Hoover now, of course. And then the other teams who would potentially host out of Region 4, Florence would host as the 2nd seed, in Austin so far has been the top team out of Region 4. And everybody wants to know, well, who's a team like Thompson going to face if they make it to the state championship? It's been Central Phoenix City. It's been Auburn. It's probably going to be Central Phoenix City or Auburn yet again. They're the top 2 seeds out of Region 2. Opelika's good, but they lost to Prattville. We've talked about that a lot when it's come to picking games and how big of a shock that was. And then a team like Foley working their way in the playoffs in Region 1. Fairhope had been at the top. They fell. So now Daphne is the top team. Maybe a Mobile team can break through, but I think we're looking for another Central Phoenix City / Auburn versus Thompson / Hoover championship. That's just kind of what everybody expects now.
All right, most coaches hate us for talking this way, but we understand that. But it's fun just to kind of put it down on paper, kind of have brackets. Speaking of head coaches, we caught up with Coach Mark Freeman this week. Here's what he had to say about this big region matchup with Oak Mountain.
Once again, we're joined by Coach Mark Freeman, the head coach here at Thompson High School. Coach, another region win, doesn't matter how we get it, goes in the win column, that's always a plus.
Yeah, they add up at the end of the year, and every win is huge. And proud of our kids, proud of the way they endured, and very thankful for the win.
All right, we go Region 4 again, Oak Mountain. Maybe not quite as good a record as they have in the past, but they're still a dangerous team, and you got to be ready for everybody.
Well, it is, and it's a region game, and all those games have the same value. This week will have the same value that last week had, and the next week. And so, yeah, it's an important game. It's a short week, and we had probably had our best Monday practice.
Let's talk about Oak Mountain just a little bit. What do you expect to see from them, and what do you need to guard against?
Defensively, they'll bring a lot of pressure. Play a lot of different coverages to the passes. Mostly they've been an even front, walk-up guy. So we know what they're going to be in unless they change. A lot of times people, have the right to change what they do when they play us. But we've had a good week of prep, and we feel like we feel like what they've done in the past, they'll stay with.
Okay. Well, this is our 5th year standing here side by side. Just one game I want to call the first play, okay?
All right.
Not this game.
Next year.
Next year. Okay. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you joining us.
Thanks, Jerry.
Thanks to Coach Freeman for joining us as he does every single week here on the Weekly Warrior Preview. Well, John, that's a wrap on this show, but first of all, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming in and filling in for Donette. And also, people want to know where you watch. Well, that's the WarriorNationNetwork.org. You can click on the listen button right there, listen now button. That's free. It's just like a radio broadcast. It is a radio broadcast. You can listen there. If you want to watch the game, you can click on the watch button. Of course, there's a subscription fee to the NFHS network, which is very minimal. You can watch the whole season, including the playoffs right there. So we hope to see you Thursday night at the stadium, but that's the way you can watch or listen to the game. For Jon Lunceford, for Donette Logan, everybody here, thanks for watching here on Alabaster Living TV.